Three, two, one. Insert cool intro here. Hey everybody, we're Nefarious Reels. I'm your host, Ninjedi.
And I'm Kangaroo Jack.
Oh shit, Jackie Legs. He's
I'm
here.
Jackie Legs.
But we are a bad movie podcast. We talk about bad movies. You watch two of them, and they both are animal themed, kind of, in a way, I guess.
They feature animals in it.
Animals are on the picture, on the poster of the movie, so it counts. Anyway, the first one we did was the retro movie, which was my recommendation. And I recommended The Last Shark. Myself, please tell us the plot of The Last Shark. Thank you, me, for the setup. So, The Last Shark is definitely not a ripoff of Jaws. And it's
No.
about this really big shark that shows up and starts fucking around on a seaside town, which is definitely not the one from Jaws.
No, definitely not the
Visually
same
distinct.
thing from Jaws. Definitely not the same beach, same premise, same characters in a way. Nothing.
There's
Totally original.
the main difference is that the shark is definitely not going after the beachgoers, it's going with the windsurfers, so it's different. And then they decide they have to take out the shark, but not like in Jaws. They do it in a different way in this movie because it's not Jaws. So, Cole, what do you think of Jaws? I mean, The Last Shark.
Oh, yeah, The Last Shark. I was literally gonna say it's literally just Jaws, but more boring. It's boring, not tense at all. I was kind of thankful it was like less than an hour and a half though, because it just felt so repetitive with how everything goes. And I mean, the movie just doesn't have a good just sense of flow or just, direction, everything and all that. I mean, the shark's fun, and the mayor's not as a big of an idiot as in the original as in Jaws, but
Yeah, because he actually
it's
goes,
not
okay,
good.
well, there's probably not a shark, but we'll make a fence around the
Yeah, we'll
ocean.
yeah, we'll make a fence.
We'll make a great wall, and we'll make the sharks pay for it.
We'll make the what are they gonna pay them in? Clams?
I don't know, teeth. Shark teeth, because they
Teeth.
grow them back. But yeah,
Okay.
it is pretty much a Jaws ripoff. Here's a couple of the alternate titles this film apparently has, which is The
Oh
Last
God.
Jaws, Jaws Returns,
Oh
Jaws
no.
81, White Death, Great White, The Last Shark. And those all are all the ones in English.
I would have loved the one with his Jaws 81 and then make people go, what about 1 through 80?
This
And then
film
it's
was
like, oh, you gotta watch 1 through 80 first before you get to 81.
when was Back to the Future 2? Did this film beat Back to the Future 2 to the joke?
Oh, definitely did. Because I think Back to the Future 2 is like 1989.
Well, let's
Because Back to
find
the
out.
Future was Back to the Future I know was 85. Yep.
Yep.
Back to the Future 85, Part 2 89, Part 3 1990.
I can't believe it. Back to the Future 2 stole the title of Jaws 83 and recontextualized it without paying royalties.
Suspicious.
Also, Universal definitely sued, and they successfully got an injunction, so they had to pull it from theaters. So, that's another
Wow.
neat little fact.
That's
And
fun.
that's pretty much all I could find. But yeah, there's a shark, and it's eating the windsurfers. And that's a pretty goofy little opening where the guy's just like flying on it, and then he just turns back and half his whole fucking like windsurfer board's just gone.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has a epic wipeout. Ugh. You didn't see me, but I just dabbed right there.
Oh, you
Because it
dabbed.
was
Nice.
that epic of a wipeout.
Nice.
And then actually, he gets eaten, as all people do, and they find a piece of his board, which is just like has like all these bite marks on it, from like our crazy sea captain guy, who I don't know who he's called in Jaws because I haven't seen Jaws.
Quint.
Quint.
He was basically the Quint of this movie.
Here, let's see.
Or if you need the actor's name, it's Robert Shaw.
I'll just call him the sea captain guy or the diver because he dives a lot in the movie too.
He does dive a lot.
But yeah, basically there's a shark out there and it ate someone, and this is gonna be a problem. You also got like this like dickish reporter guy. He's in the movie too. He's just like, I gotta get the scoop. I need pictures of the shark. We
I
need
need
pictures.
pictures of the shark on my desk by 5, and make him snappy, Parker.
Yeah. Or
Yes, J. Jonah Jameson's in this too.
Yep. It's weird 'cause I just watched. I'm trying to remember it, but it's like fragmented. But I just watched
It
this
is.
yesterday.
Same. And I can barely remember anything. Also,
I can't remember any of the characters' names. The biggest things I remember are the shark attacks.
the shark attacks, the windsurfing,
The shark in general.
competition.
The shark was pretty funny. I like the
Yeah,
shark. It just shows up and he's like, "Wah," and goes
the
back
shark's
down.
the only good thing.
So naturally, they don't show it that often because we have to have dialogue and an actual plot.
Boo.
Asshole.
Dialogue.
So yeah, basically, it's basically Jaws. Pretty much, it's a shark. It attacks. They're just like, we need to shut everything down, and the Mary guy's like, no, we can't shut everything down. This is like the biggest event of the season. This is where we get our billions of dollars every year through this huge festival. So we'll just put a big fence around the ocean.
Yeah, which is also hilarious because when you compare it to like I said before, the mayor in Jaws, like there was one incident where a shark killed a kid, and then the mayor just goes, "These beaches stay open. It's 4th of July weekend. God damn it! We're not going to take any precautions. We're keeping those beaches open, and you're going to find that shark, and we're not going to put any parameters around the area."
Shocking. Kids die like all the time. So like, 1 out of like 100 kids, that's not bad. That's only like 1%.
Yep. And as Michael Jordan would say, "Fuck them kids."
Yeah.
Star of Space Jam.
Iconic. Classic. We could have been watching Space Jam right now. Should we just switch discussions, just talk about Space Jam for like
Just
next
talk
30
about
minutes?
the fun, just how fun Space Jam is.
Then
and
I can-
not talk about Space Jam and New Legacy.
Yeah, and then I can edit out and I can do the come on and slam and welcome to the jam.
Come on and slam, and welcome back to Nefarious Reels.
Yeah, I can edit that and I can insert it into the cool intro thing. No, we should probably stay on topic with the actual shark.
I guess.
Yeah, but instead of a scene where everyone's out in the beach having a good time, it's a windsurf race.
Yeah, it's a windsurfing competition.
Yeah, and this probably has what I feel like is the funniest scene, because naturally, the last shark, he breaks through, like, the really flimsy, like, twine fencing that they put down. Like, this thing looks like it was, like, made for, like, a fishing net, like a cheap fishing net you'd buy at your, like, your local hunting store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but he has, like, a buoy attached to him from the fence, so as he, like, is going by, everyone just keeps going, whoa, and get flung off their windsurfing thing, because it doesn't look like it's the shark. It looks like it's just the buoy knocking them off, and that's so fucking stupid. They're like, whoa, whoa. And they're just like, don't panic, get out of the water. There's a shark that is going to eat you.
So, if that motivates you, swim faster then.
Well, I mean, they do a decently good job. They got, like, the boat guy pulling people in.
Yeah.
All I can think is that scene in, like, SpongeBob where Patrick's on the thing and he goes like, everyone panic and run away! There's a giant monster coming to eat you! And then,
Hey,
like, near the end of the episode, it's like, we did it, Patrick! We saved the city!
Yeah. Wait, why are we out of the water? There's sharks in there! Hey, that's my family you're talking about. A sea monster! Actually, we sea monsters are actually quite adequate in literature.
But unfortunately, one guy does die. I don't remember his name. There's like 2 characters that look very similar, so he could be anyone really at this point. But he's on the boat, and then he gets fucking shot up in the air. Like, the shark goes up, takes him out of the boat, and then fucking kills him.
Yep. For the few, I don't even know if I could call them fun deaths. They're kind of goofy, but they're not like bad, funny.
I enjoy them.
They're just kind of, I mean, yeah, they're definitely fun.
Like, the serotonin kicks off when they happen.
You're like, yes, less people and more shark.
Yeah. And then after that, these group of kids who are a friend of the first guy that died, they're like, we're going to get the shark, and we're going to defeat him with a shotgun.
Yeah, we're going to defeat him with a shotgun, no harpoon.
We're gonna
No,
throw some
nothing
meat on a
else.
stick and hover
Yeah,
around, and then we're gonna shoot him with a shotgun.
mm-hmm.
And surprise, surprise, that also fails.
Yeah. Whoa,
And they use like
really?
stock footage of a live shark, and I'm wondering if they actually went out of their way to find one and shoot at.
I honestly, I kind of want to believe that, honestly,
I
because
mean,
that'd be kind of funny.
I
Just
tried.
like they film footage of them shooting at a shark.
That's what it kind of looks like, though. I mean, unfortunately there's no special features on the DVD I have,
Of
so I
course.
can't say if it's true or not. But I like to believe we live in a perfect world where they actually went out of their way to do that.
We live in a society that would do that.
They spent all their budget on hunting down an actual shark for this one scene to shoot at.
Oh, so that's where the budget went, just for the shark hunt, nothing else.
That's
The
why there's
actors didn't get
barely any
shit.
cool scenes with a shark in it because, they
Cool.
spent it all on hunting a real shark.
On shark hunting, got it.
Yeah, not only do they fail to kill a shark, they actually bump their friend off the boat and she gets her leg bitten off.
Mm-hmm.
Which it seems really to
What a
be
bunch of good friends.
bring your friend out to hunt a shark, knock her into the water, and literally lose her leg.
Yeah, I would not be if I was her. I would have not been friends with him anymore after that.
The next attempt to kill the shark is the captain guy. He goes scuba diving with a bunch of fucking dynamite strapped to him. But then the shark just knocks a bunch of rocks on him and breaks open his like air pipe thing. So that fails. Another guy comes in with a helicopter, and I don't remember what he was trying to do, but he also gets his legs bitten off, and he falls off the helicopter. The film's basically just watch them fail to kill the shark over and over
It's
again.
just a fail compilation. That's basically it. It's hunting and attacking the shark. Gone wrong. You won't believe what happened next.
Feminist fail comps, shark attacks. Number 51, you won't believe what happens next.
Number 6 will shock you.
And then the camera reporter guy who's just like, this is it, this is my chance to make it big. We're gonna bring the shark here to jump out, and then I will be famous, and I will be good. And everyone will like me, and I'll prove my dad wrong. So he sets them some bait, and surprise, surprise, it doesn't work. In fact, everything goes horribly wrong, because it destroys, like, the bridge thing they're on, and it separates, and now you got these, like, 6 people out on a floating wooden raft now.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, our main guy and the crazy scuba diver dude are now pretty much out looking for the shark. The shark kills the camera guy, not the reporter guy. He was off on the side during all this because he's a loser, and bites off it. I just realized the shark's main choice of killing is just biting people's legs, and then they just die because that's like I guess where all their organs are located, in the legs.
Yeah, I mean, have you never taken a human anatomy and physiology class?
I can't say I have, no.
Okay. You should get on that
Yeah,
because
I just
that's how you find out about where your organs are
maybe
because they're
that's where
on
all
the
the
legs.
maybe that's where all the Italian organs are, because this is an
Mm.
Italian movie after all.
It is an Italian movie. So are you saying like their blood's in like olive oil?
No, all their blood is the tomato sauce.
Oh, it is the tomato sauce. Okay,
Yeah, that
I
was.
get those mixed up.
But basically, the guy does manage. They do come in to save the day, though. But the scuba diver, he sacrifices himself. He gets eaten by the shark, and then the main guy's like, "I'm gonna blow you up, you son of a bitch," and he blows up the shark.
Why did you sound like Richard Nixon right there?
The, I'm not a crook. No, I'm not a shark. I don't know. I just want to do a different voice than just my normal one to convey that I was talking
Okay.
about a different character.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, the reporter guy's like, "Yo, what was it like killing a shark?" But then he punches him because the reporter's an asshole. And they all get in their
Fuck that
car
guy.
and leave. And then the music goes, "Don't you forget about me. Don't
Don't
you
you
forget about
forget
me."
about me.
And the credits
Yeah,
roll.
and then he pumps his fist right as the credits roll. It's a freeze frame.
Yep, very epic, very cool. Not too sure what else to talk about other than all the shark attacks. Because you get your titular first. Like, this film's not scary, which it's supposed to be.
No.
Because it's supposed to be a Jaws ripoff. You're supposed to be go, oh my god, there's a shark killing everybody, but they don't have like a really awesome score like Jaws has.
No, yeah, the music is so bland. You could have taken that out of like, I don't know, your like most generic 80s comedy ever, and you could have put into this, and you're like, okay, this doesn't fit. Like, this feels like it should be in another type of movie, but not for a killer shark movie. And they darn fucked up.
I do love like the shark. Is not bad looking. It's got a charm. The shark's design has like a real charm. It always just pops out and into the water. Like it makes me think if it's like one of those like buoy things that if you hold on right, you release and it just pops up
Mm-hmm.
to the top. I feel like it might be something like that. It's like it's not good looking, and they don't follow the rules of don't show your shark too much like Spielberg did, but that was mainly because the shark didn't fucking work ever in Jaws.
Mm.
But fortunately, or unfortunately, depending how you want to look at it, in the last shark, theirs did. So they got to have it pop up and do shit all the time. And you know what? They rented a helicopter and they went out to the middle of the ocean. So that was pretty neat.
They did it.
They did it. I don't know. This is kind of a film hard because it's just easy to just go, oh, have you seen Jaws? Okay, you'll watch The Last Shark. And
Yeah,
granted,
basically.
I haven't seen Jaws, but pretty much because of how popular it is, I basically don't need to see Jaws because I already know all the super hashtag iconic moments of it.
But it's so good.
It's so good. I own the 4K. I was going to watch it, but I was tired, and I still needed to watch Kangaroo Jack, and I was just like, nah.
You're like, good day, mate.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I'm Kangaroo Jack. And
Oi.
I put on my kangaroo persona outfit
Oh,
with my like
nice.
red jacket, so I can like really get into character. So
Mm-hmm.
I can really like feel what I was thinking about Kangaroo Jack. But we should
Nice.
probably finish talking about the last shark first.
Yeah, probably.
I gotta know, like two of the kids look like a knockoff Bill from Bill and Ted with their like blonde curly hair. Like all I was missing is going, dude,
Dude,
this shark attack's like a total bummer, man.
the shark attack blows, bruh.
Yeah, we needed more dumb surfer dudes. Everyone's just a normal human. Just ham it up, guys. Come on. Go like, dude, this is like totally not radical at all.
Yeah, if this was made in the 90s, this would have also been like a stoner comedy too. You would have had everyone with that just like stoner look just going, dude, surfing's like super rad, bruh.
Oh my god, it's like,
Oh, bro, I think there's a
dude,
shark in there, dude.
that shark is not like a normal shark. It's like a weed shark, bro.
It's a
It
weed
like
shark.
it ate all my it ate all my doobies, man. It's like powered by like weed and can like smell us.
Dude,
You know, how sharks
that
can smell like
blows.
blood. Well, this shark can smell like our weed that we have on us, man.
I think we can go back to our evil bong now.
Oh, dude, yeah. Let's go back to the
Yeah.
bong world. And you know what's in the bong world?
Bong world.
There's the stripper that had the shark bra.
Shark bra.
Exactly. It's all connected. The
It is all
Nefarious
connected.
Reels
Son of a
cinematic
bitch.
universe, baby. It's real.
Oh my god. It is real. It's happening.
Oh, there's also when everyone's just like, you didn't take the necessary precautions, and then the crazy captain is like, yes, he did, but it wasn't a normal shark like we expected. And I was waiting for him to say, it's a really big shark.
It's the last shark.
It's
As
the
he stares
big
right into the
shark.
camera.
And then your music sting plays. Dun 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 dun. Just, you know, because why
Let's
not?
go shark hunting.
Evil dies tonight as the
Yep.
you got a scene of everyone running into the water, just stabbing it with like a knife or swinging bats at
Yep.
it. Yeah, to kill anything that moves in the water. And it's just like we are the last shark.
We are the last shark.
Then it pans
Yo, what
off
is
in the
this? Some
distance,
kind
and it
of
cuts to Rod
last
Sterling giving a
shark?
speech. I don't know. Anything left of note for the last shark? This is another one of those short discussions we're having because, Because that's basically it. Last shark is a shark attacks, and then people talk about how there was a shark attack, and then the shark attacks again, and then they talk about the shark, and then the shark attack again, and then they talk about the shark, and then the shark attacks again, and then they attack the shark, and then the shark attacks again, and then they kill it, and then they talk about the shark, and the movie ends.
Yeah, not really. It's just like we've been saying. It's just been kind of a very repetitive movie that's trying to kind of cash in on the success of Jaws, kind of,
Yeah.
but with more of an 80s twist, but not really though at the same time.
I like the shark, and you know what? That's something.
The shark is fun,
Whenever
though.
the shark did something, I was like hyped.
Because you were like, go, shark, go.
They had a cute little shark model that they have get cut up by a propeller, and when his head gets blown off, that was cute. I gotta sing some of its praises.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
Alright, well, if we don't have anything else left to say about The Last Shark, I guess we should move on to our modern
Yes.
pick, which you recommended. Cole, tell us about
Mhm.
your recommendation.
Yeah, so my recommendation was Kangaroo Jack from the year 2003, directed by David McNally, who, after I checked the profile on Letterboxd, he's only directed 2 movies. This and Coyote Ugly.
What's the
And
rating of
that's it.
Coyote Ugly? Is it low enough? Can we discuss it? Can we just watch both his films?
I mean, it's a 2.9.
That's kind of get a little close. Then
Yeah.
again, what was the fucking score? But then again, The Last Shark was 2.4. So,
Yeah.
and like
I mean, they
Showgirls,
all.
what is that? Like a 3.8 now or something because of the change to the
Oh, because
letterbox
of the
rules.
change, yeah, probably.
Here, let's see. Showgirls is currently at a 3.2.
Yeah, and I think when we did Hard Ticket to Hawaii, it was like a 3.1.
Yeah, that's probably been moved up too.
Probably.
Yeah, now it's a 3 point. No, it's still 3.1. Hasn't
Oh,
changed.
3.1. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, enough about that. Kangaroo Jack,
Yeah,
baby.
Kangaroo Jack. So the whole premise is we follow these 2 guys, Charlie and Lewis, who were childhood best friends because Lewis saved Charlie from drowning once at a beach. Like literally, Lewis's job was beach, and he beached.
He beached all over the place.
He beached everywhere. He beached off everywhere, and he even saved Charlie in the process from drowning in, I don't know if that was an ocean or a lake, probably the ocean because it's East Coast and it's New York. But yeah, now it's 20 years later. They're really good friends, and after Lewis fucks up a little shindig he got where
Pull a
he was
big
supposed to,
oopsie doopsie and made a fucky
yeah,
wucky.
he yeah, his Charlie's stepdad is Christopher Walken, and he sends them off to Australia to give out $50,000 to this guy named Mr. Smith, and the money is taken away by a kangaroo in Anthony Anderson's jacket,
And
and they
shenanigans.
gotta go find him. Or just what I've heard is your typical average Thursday in Australia.
Yep.
So, what did you think about it, Mr. Jedi?
Well, it is. Well, first off, it's bullshit. It's a bullshit movie because you probably remember this. You were alive back then. When
Yes,
Kangaroo
I
Jack
was.
was the thing, right? Like
Yup.
this was the coolest shit. Every kid wanted to see Kangaroo Jack because it was a
Mm-hmm.
talking kangaroo, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
all bullshit because the kangaroo barely talked and
It
was
only
barely in
talks
the
in
movie.
hallucinating episodes.
No,
That's it.
hallucinating episode one singular, and then in like a blooper ending thing.
Yeah, where they also like rip off the ending of Looney Tunes, and I was saying to myself like, wait, can they do that? Is that legal?
I think, but who does who? It's Warner Brothers. This is Warner Brothers, so it should be
I
fine.
think it. Okay, that's what I figured. But it was just weird to see the kangaroo just going. Well, he didn't say that's all, folks. He said something like in Australian terms that I don't understand because I'm a red-blooded American.
But like all the ads for this movie was the talking Kangaroo Jack scene.
Yeah, the trailers, like, they really hammed the idea up that, oh yeah, the movie's got a talking kangaroo in it. This is gonna be fun for the kids. They get to see a talking animal. Nope.
Yeah, I got a funny little story. Back in first grade, when you're doing one of those learn everyone's name games thing, and it was
Mm-hmm.
just like, all right, we're gonna be in a circle, and you have to say what you like, a thing you like, but it has to start with the first letter of your name. And I couldn't think of anything because I couldn't say kin because I'm a man, and men don't talk about kins because that's a girl thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll say kangaroos. But then a guy that was like next to the person I was next to said kangaroos already. I was like, oh fuck. Well, no, I didn't think, oh fuck, I was a kid. I didn't know what fuck was at the time. I was like, oh no. So when it came to me, I said
Shit.
Kangaroo Jack, and it counted. But if I can go
Nice.
back in time, I would have said kittens because fuck Kangaroo Jack because this is a lying movie.
False advertising the movie.
But I should probably say my thoughts on it. It's kind of boring and bland. It's just your standard like buddy movie where they just go around doing things and shenanigans ensue.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of your typical 2000s buddy movie where, yeah, they just get into a lot of
it's a weird
dumb shit.
mob family. It's a like a mob comedy, but they like recontextualize it because probably they went, oh, actually, we're getting low ratings on our like test audiences. Let's try to reconfigure this into like kind of a family friendly movie. And so that way we can, because I bet this is probably supposed to be like more like a PG-13, like dumb comedy, like stoner comedy kind of thing.
I
And then
could
I
figure
think they
that.
recontextualized it into like let's recontextualize it into like a kids movie, so that way we can just do whatever the fuck so that way we can get the kid demographic. And I gotta ask, do you think did it work? Hold on, let's see.
Mm,
Kangaroo Jack earnings, box office earnings.
yeah, I don't think it made like a profit, I don't
Okay,
think.
here we go. The film was released on January 17th, 2003, and ranked number one that weekend. It
Oh,
grossed $66,934,963 at the North American domestic box office and $21,994,148 internationally for a worldwide total of $88,929,111.
wow.
Its production budget apparently was $60 million. So, technically, it did make back its money. I don't know if it's enough to count
It
as a
made back the
success.
Yeah, it made back the budget, but I don't think it made like a profit technically because I know usually for like movies they want to make at least like double the budget I think to make a profit if I'm not mistaken. But still, that was 60 million dollars. Well, I guess when you have Christopher Walken in your cast, I mean you're probably giving a chunk of that to him.
But yeah,
Let's be honest.
let's talk about the movie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, just like I mentioned, Lewis was beaching in 1982 with his uncle's those radar, not the radar, the metal
The metal
detectors on the,
detectors.
yeah, because he was trying to find random shit, and then he bumps into Charlie, and Charlie's like, hey, what the fuck, bro, why are you bumping into me, like, don't take my shit, and then fuck off. And then he starts drowning. Then Lewis is like, I got you, kid. And then I saved you. And now we're good buddies. And now it's 20 years later. You're a hairstylist
You're a
because,
hairstylist under mob rule.
yeah, under mob rule, where your stepdad takes 80% of the profits from you
I need you to help me deliver these stolen TVs from this
to I
stolen
don't know
car.
where. Yeah, this stolen truck with my dog in it. And we're gonna get into a high-speed chase and have these cops find out where this this abandoned building is with all this stolen goods and shit. And then we're gonna get not caught, but then we get exposed and in trouble with Christopher Walken.
Because it turns out the one place we took it was the one place where pretty much all my mob stepdad shit is. And
Yep,
he's just
and then
like, I'm Christopher Walken, and
yeah,
I'm
and
fucking
then
pissed.
since I'm the stepson of a crime boss man, kingpin, they know who I am, so cover's blown.
Oopsie.
And then Christopher Walken's like, hey, you're going to take. Oh, no. I'm going to pass this off to Michael Shannon, who I did not realize was in this movie until after the credits rolled. Or when the opening credits, where I was like, Michael Shannon, really? I was like, oh. Yeah, and then he's like, hey, you're going to take these $50,000. You're going to go to Australia, meet up with this guy, Mr. Smith, and he'll take you from there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Totally nothing suspicious at all.
Just to note, the huge car scene where they just crash into fucking everything. And that was, I don't know why, but it was just kind of weird. Like, the weirdest thing was when the robot was formed and then the random truck just, like, fucking crashes. Like, what the fuck?
We had to up the stakes a little bit. We had to make it look like they were in danger, but nope, they were going to be safe. No worries.
About a thing. Because every little thing.
Wrong movie.
It's gonna be alright. Oh, damn. But yeah, they
Yeah.
go to Australia, and after we get a poop joke, when they're on the plane, he's like, oh, because they found out it's money, and then we get a fucking minute-long poop joke where they're like, oh my god, it's green, and I want to hold
green.
it. Oh, I dropped it. Help me scoop it up.
Put it in my pocket. Because, do you know why that was a minute long? Because it's funny.
It's funny. Poop's funny, people. Wake up.
Poop, funny, people. Okay, the liberal media won't tell you this, but it's funny now. Or, I mean, it was funny then. It is funny now.
It was always funny. You guys are just haters.
You guys are just the snowflakes. But yeah, then, they go into the customs, like, after they arrived at the airport, and then Lewis is, trying to, hide the money, because Charlie's going, yeah, we can't have, like, more than, what was it, like, $4,000 or $10,000, something like that?
It was just you can't have more than, like $5,000.
Yeah, it was, like, something like that, and he's like, we got 50,000 of mob money in our pockets. And then Lewis is just like trying to be all suave. He's like a cool Chad. He's like dapping up that guy. He's dapping up that guy who's checking him in, saying, welcome to Australia, mate. They're taking pictures. He's being all cool. And then Charlie tries the same thing. And then, he gets caught.
Gets a finger up his ass.
No, that's in the deleted scene.
Oh, that's a deleted scene? I could have sworn that's what happened in the movie. I don't know. Maybe I imagine it because that would have been funnier.
That would have been fun. That would have gotten the PG-13 probably.
Yeah, probably. But they get out. They get on the road. We get to see Australia and how orange it is.
See how orange and red it is. It's dusty. And then they hit a kangaroo. They think they killed it. But then they're like, hey, if it's dead, we're going to take pictures with it because for some reason it's cool to take pictures with dead animals. Okay.
Well, I mean, how often
you ran over?
Well, okay. It's a kangaroo. When's the next time they're ever going to see a kangaroo in Australia, Cole? Duh.
Yeah, because it's so hard to find kangaroos in Australia.
Okay, maybe I should change it. It's much easier to take a picture with a dang kangaroo than a live one because it'll kick your fucking ass.
Yeah, that's true.
See, there's a logic to it. There's a logic to there's a method to the badness here. But he puts his jack on it, and then the kangaroo comes back to life. Through the power of the jacket, the kangaroo becomes alive again.
Because the kangaroo's got now 50 grand and doesn't know what to do with it.
It's going to go blow it on hookers a blow, and they have to stop him from doing that.
Those damn kangaroos they won't get away with it.
And then pretty much shenanigans ensue.
Yep, shenanigans ensue. They're on a chase.
They argue with each other, as friends do.
As always. Then they hit up a bar. Actually, no, that's probably not how they say it in Australia. And I said that
more in a Boston accent.
Yeah, they go drink some Foster's beer because that's Australian. And then Lewis calls Mr. Smith because, they had the money. A little bit of a... Yeah, he didn't want to say lose the money. He was just like, We're not delayed. There. It's delayed. We're delaying it. And then Mr. Smith's like, all right, I'm gonna go kill you guys now. I'm
All
gonna
right,
try and
well,
kill you guys
I'm
now.
gonna kill you. So bye bye.
Bye bye. And then Charlie's hanging out with this old dude who is blue, who's like a drinking champion. He's like pounding shots. He's just butt chugging beers. He's got an iron lung. It's insane. He would fit very well in Wisconsin as a heavy drinker.
Very cool, very iconic.
I
And
know.
luckily, we get more of them because Louis just like, yo, I got us a pilot to find the kangaroo. And
After
I
I
have his
go to this wildlife
personal
place,
number.
and then he was right there after he was passed out drunk.
And they
But
find
they woke him up with 2 pots of coffee and a Red Bull, so
trademark.
no worries.
Is Red Bull
Yep.
owned by Warner Brothers?
I don't know.
Does Warner Brothers own everything?
No, that's Disney.
What if Disney is secretly owned by Warner Brothers in the background? Think about it. Mickey Mouse turned the M the other way. It's a W. You turn the other M for mouse to the side and put a line through it. That's a B. WB. Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers? I think you're onto something here.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be dead tomorrow. I'm gonna be found dead by suicide by 6 bullets in the back of my head.
6 bullet. Yeah, suicide by 6 bullets in the head. Mr. Smith's coming for you.
Oh god. Yeah, I think actually Warner Brothers owned everything. Alright, well then, I'm gonna have to go and kill you. Bye. But they go fly in the air with a trank dart to try to shoot the kangaroo, but he misses and shoots the pilot instead.
Yep, and then they have a fiery burning crash and they all die. Which is what you think would happen, but it doesn't.
Nope, they just crash normally.
Yep, then the pilot guy's trying to, get a signal and figure out where they can get help, and then Charlie and Lewis just walk away, and now they're just, walking in this desert with no water, no food, no nothing.
We get a hallucination scene where it's just like, yo, Louie, look, there's a car, and it has music and Slurpees. And then, but he's just sitting on the ground.
And Lewis is like, dude, you're losing it, man. You are losing it.
This is very not red-based and pilled of you. But eventually they get saved by the girl at the nature reserve who wants to get these 2 animals to fuck because they're endangered. And they pretty much just like, if you help us find the kangaroo, we'll give you
your rabbit things.
We'll give you $2,000.
Rabbits.
We will have sex with them for you. And we'll repopulate them ourselves.
Yeah. And then they go off. Oh, we kind of forgot also about the hallucinatory dream he also had with the talking kangaroo.
Kangaroo Jack. And he's like, yeah, well, I'm Kangaroo Jack. Well, no, he's like, I'm
Kangaroo Jack.
No, he says he's Jackie Legs. They only say Kangaroo Jack like 1 time the whole movie.
Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, because they refer to because he looked like Jackie Legs with the facial hair and like the sunglasses, and like, oh my god, it is him.
Yeah, I don't even know who Jackie Legs is, so let me look this up.
I don't even know either.
Jackie Legs. Well, all the images they show are the one from Kangaroo Jack.
Damn it.
Including the animated movie. Jackie Legs.
There's a Jackieverse wiki. Yeah, this is on the Jackieverse wiki. It goes Jackie Legs, then it says Jack is a singer, rapper, dancer, teacher, alleged pedophile, entrepreneur, actor, and religious leader. He's the son of J.B. Wallaby and Jackie Legs. But this Jackie spelled Jacky, not Jackie.
Ah.
What the fuck?
All right. Well,
Okay.
But it should also note that Michael Shannon, he's coming for the duo because they failed, and he went back to Christopher Walken.
He's like, Christopher Walken's going, why haven't they given Mr. Smith the money yet?
You are gonna go to Australia and kill him.
And then Michael Shannon's like, all right, on it, boss.
He's like, finally, god damn.
Yeah,
we can end this movie quicker.
But sadly, that doesn't happen, unfortunately.
They do find Kangaroo Jack.
After their Kangaroo Jack.
First failed attempt to get him because Louis gets like ants in his ass or whatever. Ants in his pants.
Yeah, he gets literally ants in his pants
Yeah.
because they were what I already forgot what they were trying to use to like tie him up.
It
It
was like
was
Bobo balls or something.
yeah, yeah, like Bobo balls, yeah, something like that. And then yeah, his screaming, and then Lewis's screaming kind of fucked up the whole operation. And they're like, "Damn it, man,
And then Mr.
you
Smith showed
screwed it
up.
up."
And it's just like, well, time for you to die. And he
Yeah,
takes
and
him
then
away. And then they're like, psych, I'm actually. And then he steals the gun. And he's like, actually, you're going to die today. And then Michael
yeah,
Shannon shows up. And he's like, actually, you're going to die today.
and then it's just a three, and then it's just a however many people standoff with finger guns at this point, basically.
And then they started blasting, pow, pow. And everyone died at the end.
Which again, you wish would happen. That would have been a more climactic ending and more fun.
That's probably what would have happened in the original version.
Yeah, you just started blasting, pow, 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 pow. And then you also find out that, the reason they were going to give the money to Mr. Smith was because Mr. Smith was going to kill them.
And that was the payment.
They were paying for their own death, basically.
And honestly, I don't know why they want to pay him 50 grand if they were already there. I feel like they should have
Yeah.
given them a discount, honestly.
Yeah, 50 grand? Like, come on.
Like 30, like 20 grand. Come on. If they're bringing you the money and you're just going to kill them when they get there, like what actual effort are you putting in there?
True. Like, he had to just wait. That was it.
Maybe you're paying for like the quality.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, oh, you're paying you to make it look like this is like an accident or something.
Oh, one of those kind of things.
Yeah, like if you pay cheaply, he's just going to shoot them and then, you got to deal with those consequences.
True.
Like, oh, I can, like, with this much, I can just kill them. With this much, I can make it look like there was an accident. You pay this much, you'll never see, no one will ever find them.
Yeah,
Stuff
that
like
is
that.
true. You want to make it look good, and I guess that's why he was one of those top assassins.
Well, he couldn't have been that good. He got beaten pretty easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
He
that's,
literally
like, the
ended up
reason
bringing
why.
a knife to a gunfight. That was a funny joke. Laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
Thank you.
Better.
Yeah, better. But all in me, we get a moment where, as they're chasing after Kangaroo Jack to get the money, they get it. But then Louis almost falls off a cliff and dies. But thanks to the power of friendship, they save his life. And Michael Shannon gets arrested by the Australian police. Because they just kind of show up, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the Australian police show up because there's that one guy that Michael Shannon and his cronies, I guess,
And
met
his
up
motley
with.
crew.
Jimmy. Yeah, the motley crew. Yeah, there's Jimmy, who was the Outback tour guide, and they were gonna get, the two of Australia, and their success with Outback Steakhouse and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got those like famous Aussie fries, kind of like how
Yeah, the
do
onion.
the Rainforest
The bloomin'
Cafe has
onion.
safari fries. Yeah, the bloomin' onion, the other stuff, Foster's beer.
Yeah, but turns out the guide guy, he was actually the police the whole time.
Yep, he was. Now think about Outback Steakhouse again. They need to put Australian hot dogs on the menu there.
Oh, yeah, they should. I've only ever eaten at Outback Steakhouse one time because I want to try out their burger, and I remember it being decent.
Yeah, there's an Outback close to where I am, but I think the last one I've been to was like 5 or 6 years ago, probably.
Yeah, same.
But I always see the commercials, though.
Come to Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, where they'll always talk about like the shrimp on the barbie and other stuff.
Yeah, but the movie ends with them making $10 billion off of like poop berries or whatever, poop berry shampoo.
Yeah, some kind of shampoo, and then Charlie marries that
The
wildlife
nature
girl,
preserve,
Jessie,
and they have sex with
and they live on a
the-
yacht.
and they have sex with the Barbies every day, or
Yup.
whatever the hell that animal was called, and they live happily ever after until the sequel, Kangaroo Jack Goes USA or whatever it's called, the animated.
Oh,
movie.
that animated one?
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that at some point.
I looked at the cast, and obviously the voice actors changed. The guy who plays Lewis is the same guy who played Jar Jar in The Phantom Menace.
Iconic, baby, let's go.
Yeah, one of the most non-controversial Star Wars characters ever.
Yeah. The guy who is gonna be the main evil guy the whole time, but then George
Yep,
Lucas changed because everyone got
the
really
Supreme Lord
mad.
of the Sith, actually, not Palpatine.
Jar Jar Binks. That would have been pretty cool. Like
That would have been
that would have been like
that would have
such a
been much better.
that would have been
I would
such
have
a fuck you to like
I would
everyone.
have loved if the Rise of Skywalker centered actually around Jar Jar being the main antagonist and not that bullshit of somehow
Palpatine returned.
Palpatine returned.
No, no, no,
That
no. What if that
whole
still
trilogy was a
happened?
shit
But when
show.
Palpatine showed up, he morphs into Jar Jar Binks.
Ooh.
So like he's using it as like that like that's his disguise, so no one knows it's him the whole time. They just think it's Palpatine, but it's
Mm-hmm.
really Jar Jar Binks.
Ooh, I like
There
that.
we go. We saved the whole movie franchise just like that. It took us like what, like 10 seconds?
Yeah, Disney, you should have had us on as the writers, the only two writers for that whole trilogy.
We have all these genius ideas, and no one comes to us because they're just hack
No,
frauds.
they are hack frauds. We could have been writing so much better franchises. I mean, we already have all these great ideas, and I mean, we're trying to get the Morbverse all set up too.
The Nefarious Reels, the NRU,
Yeah, the Nefarious Reels, the NRCU.
yeah, the NRCU.
It's gonna be great. It's
Very
gonna win
cool.
all the awards.
All
We're
the
gonna
awards
win
every
every
year.
Palme d'Or till the end of time,
Even when we don't
or
make a
whenever
movie a
they.
year, we're gonna win it anyway.
Yeah, it's worthless to make movies after we start making ours because we're just gonna win everything.
Yeah, get
It's not a
ready.
flex. It's just fact.
It's just the
And
truth.
facts don't care about your feelings.
Exactly. But anything else you got left to say about Kangaroo Jack?
Nothing really other than it was fun to watch it for nostalgic purposes.
Yeah, I think that's
Because this
really
is probably the first time I've watched this since like 2004 or 2005, probably.
Yeah, same. I haven't seen it since they showed it on Cartoon Network, and I was just like, when does the kangaroo talk?
Yeah, when does the kangaroo talk?
Chicken blood, chicken blood, chicken blood, chicken blood. Okay, here's a question. Do you
Okay.
think they'll ever like if we cause enough of a fuss, do you think we can get them to reboot Kangaroo Jack?
I don't know. I guess if they're feeling it, maybe.
Like we get all the original crew back and they have to say Kangaroo Jack. Christopher Walken's back with like a vengeance. He gets out of jail.
Christopher Walken, he's like, this time it's personal.
And he's like, I'm gonna kill Kangaroo Jack.
I'm
And
gonna
then
kill that
they gotta
fucking
stop him.
kangaroo.
He blows up their yacht,
Ooh.
and like the first attempt, and then only Lewis and the other guy survive. The wife dies. All the babies
No.
from the endangered species are dead. He literally instincts an entire species. And now he's like, this time we're gonna kill Christopher Walken, and we need to get and we gotta assemble the team, and they get Billy
And it's
and they get the pilot guy together.
yeah, they get Pilot. Somehow they get John Wick also.
Yeah, John Wick is in it.
Because, Christopher Walken killed animals and John Wick's like, the most vegan character out there.
John Wick's like, somehow Christopher Walken has returned.
Somehow Christopher Walken got out of prison. This high max security prison where he was going to be locked up for life.
And who helps him breaks out of the high maximum security prison? It's Sylvester Stallone. Like in Prison Break.
No. Oh.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone, he's evil.
Oh shit.
He hears about Kangaroo Jack, and he's just like, Kangaroo Jack's the reason why I'm in here.
Kangaroo Jack, that son of a bitch, got me in prison. Wait, no, it's got to be more like, this son of a bitch got me in prison.
The Kangaroo Jack, that son of a bitch got me in the prison. Now I'm gonna have to go kick his ass. Now I'm gonna need my vengeance. Gotta have
I
like,
need
the
my
lip
boxing gloves.
And so the team has to go and save Kangaroo Jack for Christopher Rock and Sylvester Stallone do it. And the film's called Kangaroo Jack Back in Action.
Successful rap career.
And, shenanigans will ensue, and we're going to save the rest for when, until Warner Brothers comes and gives us the $50,000 that we definitely won't lose on a kangaroo.
No.
Definitely not.
That we won't put our lucky jacket on.
I just noticed a lot of our films recently all have to do something with animals.
I know, it's weird.
Tusk 2, Tusk 3, Tusk Goes to Hollywood.
Tammy and the Sandworm.
Tammy and the Sandworm. Kangaroo Jack Back in Action. Crazy.
Yeah.
But I think that's all I got to say about Kangaroo Jack.
I do too.
But now, that's done, we can move on to the questions and remember to
Wait,
ask them. Oh,
wait. You skipped the part.
oh right. I forgot. See, that's why you're here, Cole, to keep me in line, make sure I don't screw up like this.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got you.
but now that we're done, we have to pick which film is the better of the two. Cole, which of these two films do you prefer?
This came more of an entertainment value, and I think I had to go with Kangaroo Jack. I think the nostalgia is kind of kicking in a bit, and I know about how it's not about a talking kangaroo, unfortunately, but I found it a little, like, slightly more fun and a little less boring than The Last Shark to me.
All right. Well, I disagree with you. My pick is actually going to be The Last Shark because I don't know, for two film like, even though like I said, Kangaroo Jack isn't really about the kangaroo, but that's more
Mm-hmm.
false advertising really. At least I get to enjoy the large shark do things, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true.
Even is fairly bland, I feel like Kangaroo Jack is not very funny as a comedy. And that might be
Mm-hmm.
a lot more egregious because I can argue, okay, The Last Shark, it's a shark movie. A shark does show up. It does bite people in half. It does its thing, even if the story is pretty
Yeah.
one note and bland. Kangaroo
I
Jack, even if I ignore the fact that it's not really about Kangaroo Jack itself, is
Yep.
not very effective as a comedy, and that's kind of a problem.
I also forgot to say this, but every time they showed the kangaroo with the jacket on, it played that same song that was kind of annoying. It did that bam, 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 bam. Sound like something on like a Snoop Dogg track.
Yeah, I was waiting for this part where he goes, na 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 na.
It's the
It's
motherfucking D-O-double-G Snoop Dogg.
yeah, that's what I was waiting for. It never came. Maybe
Yeah,
if it did, I would have picked it over The Last Shark.
maybe.
Oh well, I guess we'll never know. But that's a
Yeah, we'll
tie.
see.
It's been a hot minute since we've had one of those.
It's been a couple episodes that since that's happened.
I mean, when is the last time we had a tie?
Mm,
I don't think we've really had a tie in a while. I think, but it was like I think the Phobe Death to Smoochie episode. I think that was our last tie.
maybe.
That's about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is okay. Not too long. It's only been like 7 episodes. But still, it's always neat to see a tie. It's nice to show that we aren't just people that instantly agree with everything the other person says. We have, in fact, free thoughts and emotions. We can choose something
Which is
different.
somehow not allowed sometimes, but
Yeah. But now with that done, now we can start the questions for reels. Like
yeah.
Nefarious Reels. Haha.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice,
But yeah,
bravo.
questions, if you have them, remember to ask them or else we can't answer them. We have a couple, including one from a friend, if you
Is
know
that
what
a
I'm saying.
friend in quotes?
Yes. But we got two from Robert because we missed him from the couple episodes ago. And we got one from Anna. So our first question is from Robert, which is most relatable film character for you.
Ken from Barbie.
Ken from Barbie. Well, I haven't seen Barbie, so I can't say that.
Okay, let's just say any Ryan Gosling character he plays, because he's always literally me.
Well, let me see. What Ryan Gosling films have I seen actually that I can go, yep, that character, that one's literally me.
All right. Actually, I actually do want to kind of think of this one, memes aside. Hmm.
Oh god, bad news. I haven't seen a film with Ryan Gosling in it.
What?
Not a
You
single
wait,
one.
you have not seen a Ryan Gosling movie? What? What?
Nope, not a single one.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I guess this is the end of the podcast. It's over.
You're canceled now.
I'm canceled. Podcast over. It's ruined.
Nope. No, podcast is gonna still run. It's just gonna be me and Timmy now.
It's just you and you're talking to nobody. It's just awkward pauses of where I would normally talk and then you just keep going.
It's me and the kangaroo in the hallucinogen episodes.
Yeah.
But relatable characters, let's see.
Victor from My Stepbrother is a vampire. He's literally me.
Oh, that's a great one. I mean, he helps everyone gain prospects towards women though, so
Yeah. I don't know. It's
I
kind
gotta
of.
respect him for that.
I mean, this is a kind of a hard question because there's so many
Mm-hmm.
different characters, but how much can you really say, oh, yeah, I relate to this character, like, way more?
Yeah, that is true. That's why it's a little. and it's like, how do you relate to them in like a certain way? Would you say also that's
Like, let's try to think of like one like serious one, because I feel like one's the best is the best that we're gonna do.
mm-hmm.
The Joker from Joker movie.
I'm assuming you mean Joaquin.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix, aka Ryan Gosling light.
Diet Ryan Gosling.
Diet Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I really can't think of one, honestly, like, seriously.
I think okay, here's one that might be good. William Miller from Almost Famous, the kid from Almost Famous.
Hmm.
Because he's just a young guy trying to kind of find his like way in the world, and he's like kind of following his
Okay.
dream and all that. I mean, that's like kind of a good one. Kind of experiencing like the world that you're like
Mm-hmm.
invested in. Kind of in the same how we're kind of experimenting in like the world of bad movies by having this bad movie podcast. It's kind of a familiarization with that.
And now the pressure's on me to find something.
Yep.
I'm literally just scrolling through like the higher rated movies I have because I know there's something in here, but I just
Well,
cannot.
what I did, I just went to my list of my favorite films because probably there's something that connected to me to those personally. That there's probably one I can like go, oh yeah, that
Yeah.
character. You can do the main girl from Shiva Baby, because life is just an uncomfortable, cringy mess.
Okay, honestly, you're not wrong about that because I think honestly anyone can relate to that because there is especially like if you're like talking with like other family members who aren't like I don't want to say like understanding, but like they don't get stuff as like quickly as you do, and then it's just like those weird like you have to like elongate the conversation to like properly explain what you're doing, and it's just like, oh, okay, I see. You're not going to be a doctor? No.
No, I'm just gonna be cringe,
Yeah, I'm just gonna be cringe and
nitpicky and biased.
yep, I'm a as what some people might call a film snob, I guess, because you didn't like Pixels starring Adam Sandler and Kevin James, even though it is really a shitty movie, but that's for another time. There was actually one I just thought of, After Sun. Both, I guess it was more of like the father-daughter relationship that felt a little relatable, like in terms of just how I remember kind of how that having that like just like nice chemist okay, not chemistry, oh my god. The nice like compactness and just kind of remembering that like past of going on vacation with your family when you're younger and just like how everything felt just more good than like when you're trying to remember all the good times before everything now gets awkward and cringe today.
Yeah.
And okay, one more I do have, and I was looking at favorite movie listings. Joel from Eternal Sunshine, the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Where, obviously another thing with relationships and how, even when you're through like the bad in some of those relationships, there's always like those even the good memories you want to like just cherish just because you're like, that was a really happy moment, even if, stuff didn't end the way you would think it wanted to. There we go.
There we go. Okay, then our next question is from Mattias, which is if you had to choose one food to represent your country, what would it be? Cheeseburger.
I was thinking, what if we did okay, let's do a country, but then since we're both in America, we should do one that represents our state.
All right.
Because okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta go different. I guess if we're going in the American route, let's go with, the glizzy, the hot dog, the actual hot dog, unlike whatever the fuck is in Australia.
Okay.
I
If
mean,
Vita
we
goes,
literally have a 4th of July celebration of just hot dog eating contest where Joey Chestnut gobbles those glizzies down. It's insane and gross at the same time. It makes me actually want to vomit.
right. I said cheeseburger because there's like so many different varieties we have. Like you go to any place, burger place, they're gonna have like 5 different kinds of burgers from than the last
Mm-hmm.
one. If I had to
Oh yeah.
choose state wise, it's way more different. I guess like California has like the unfortunate stereotype of avocado toast, and I've never had it because I think it sounds really dumb and stupid.
But you would have that represent your state though.
No, I've
Oh,
heard that apparently taquitos were actually made in California, so I'll take that.
taquitos.
I
Okay.
think I heard taquitos. Like it's a stretch, but I think I can count it for that. I think taquitos are better than
Okay.
avocado toast anyway.
All right. Taquitos for California. And I mean, Wisconsin, besides like the beer, we're like cheese heavy. We have a lot. We also do a lot of like venison or that's also deer meat. So that's another common one here. But I think I would have to go with the classic snack that Wisconsinites love, and it's cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
Yep. Either deep fry, I mean, both ways. You got them deep fried. You also got them just like the regular curds that are those nice squeaky ones
I pulled up a
that you.
list of what foods California is known for.
Oh,
We got the animal fries. You can get an In-N-Out burger. The
oh,
Cobb salad.
the Cobb salad originated.
Apparently,
Interesting.
we got the Santa Barbara Hidden Valley Ranch dressing. Okay, things aren't looking. We got the Santa Maria tri-tip. Garlic stuffed sourdough bread. Oh, actually, that does sound kind of nice. Uh, Chiopino.
Chiopino.
I don't know what that is. Popsicles. Grilled pork chop and cherry sauce. Placerville El Dorado Hangtown Fry.
Okay.
Roasted grape wine cocktail. And
Hmm.
that's it. So if I had to choose something from there, I would probably pick the animal fries.
Yeah, after you said that, I looked up Wisconsin and I found like a 15 Wisconsin foods to try before you die. Number one was cheese curds, so
So yeah,
that
you're right on
solidifies
the
my
money.
argument. Oh yeah. But a couple other ones I guess you could say are brats, beer brats. That's another delicacy. It's another just kind of it's obviously a hot dog. It's another sausage. But honestly, I love broth more than hot dogs. Better texture, better taste to
You
them.
just love putting sausages in your mouth, don't you?
I do, just like ordinary sausage.
Yep.
I mean, other ones we got frozen custard. Okay, now number five says Sprecher root beer. That's not a food. That's a drink. Oh, here we go. Cheese plates.
Just plates of cheese.
Just cheese plates. Yep. Just like like those appetizer ones where it's like the cheese. You'll have like the little salami roll, the little salami circles and all that. Yeah. Kringles.
Kringles.
Beer. Oh, beer cheese soup.
Just put beer in cheese and roll it to a boil.
Oh, here we go. Because I know the state fair's coming up here in Wisconsin. This is one of these things like you have to get there. It's the cream puffs.
Oh, cream puffs are good.
Those are great.
Oh, I haven't had a cream puff in so long. I'm just thinking about it.
Just come to Wisconsin right now. I'll take you to the state fair. I'll show you around there. We'll get a bunch of cream puffs, and then we'll have a heart attack and die of eating way too much sweet stuff and fried stuff at the same time.
I can't. I got training for my new job this week.
Damn it.
Oh well, let's move on to our last question, also from Robert.
Yeah.
Favorite movie cliche?
Cliche. Favorite cliche. Oh.
I love the suddenly shot in the head bit because it always makes me laugh, even when I'm not supposed to.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I've already told the story about when I watched The Gentleman, and the one character gets shot in the head, and it's supposed to be sad, but I laughed and I got glared at by people at the theater.
Favorite I mean, I guess it is kind of the similar route, but like just like when the sudden death happens, and you're just like, oh, that just happened. Because last weekend, with my dad and sister, we were watching Deep Blue Sea, and there's obviously that scene with Samuel L. Jackson when he's giving like that rousing, motivating speech, and then the shark just comes out and bites him.
And kills him.
Yep. Yeah, that's always funny. There's that one scene in Hot Fuzz. I can't remember who the character was again, but there's like there's like one of the parts of the building on the church that falls and like basically decapitates the guy. That's kind of funny. That was a funny death scene.
That was hashtag iconic.
Yep. I'm just trying to think of like other cliches that might not annoy me as much, I should say. Because I'm not gonna say the jump scare stuff because that gets boring super quickly. Or like the fake, or when they do like the fake out jump
Yeah,
scares. I hate those so much.
I don't know. I don't know that there's too many that really like jump out and go, "Ooh, I love it when I see that in a movie."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because most of them really just annoy me, especially when you get like the, transitioning from the second to the third act where your protagonist kind of drift off or they separate for a bit, but then they realize, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to them. And then they, team up for the whatever happens in the climax, and then they, you know, celebrate off the win or whatever, something like that. Yeah, there's not a lot of good ones, I would say.
I guess I'm not sure if it's a trope per se, but I do like it when the film revolves around a group of people that are going like a party all together to confront the big bad. Like, here's
Hmm.
our one or two characters, then they meet this one and they join up, then they meet another character and then they join up with them, and then it goes until they confront the bad person.
Yeah. Or like the one trope, which is which probably relates to a couple of the movies that we've talked about on here before, but when it's the main character you follow is trying to reach for something, but then he realizes by the end it's not about that. It's about cherishing all the other memories along the way. Like in I'll Be Home for Christmas when he was trying to get the car, the Porsche,
Right.
and then he's like, "It's not about the Porsche. It's about family."
Vin Diesel would be proud.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I guess we'll
And
move up.
yep.
You say your.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. Then Vin Diesel's like, "Hey, you want to join my racing crew?"
And he's like, "Nah, I gotta spend time with my family on Christmas."
Yeah. And then Vin Diesel then goes, "All right, and I'm gonna
That
drink a
was the
Corona
final
now."
test. You passed. You're officially
You
part of my
passed
crew.
because you talked about family.
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 Yep.
Oh, there's your dog. I heard it.
Yep. Yep.
Ow!
Barking like a dipshit again
Ow!
for probably no reason.
Anyway, let's move on to our final question from definitely not me,
Oh,
which is, uh, make a bad movie iceberg.
bad movie iceberg.
Yeah, like you start from the top, from like well known, then you work your way down. Let's make this simple. We'll have 4 layers. So
Okay.
so let's start with the
Yeah.
top one.
Like
So
a first draft.
yeah, this is so all the other iceberg YouTubers can come watch this and they can steal it from us.
Yeah, and then Wendigoon can be like taking it, and then we'll be like, as long as you give us some of the money you made off the video as our royalties,
Give us
we'll be
credit
fine.
and send all your subscribers to our channel.
Yeah, yeah. Bring your subscribers to our channel. We'll have you guest on there. We'll have you guest on our podcast, and we will be bigger
And
than
better
all the other podcasts.
ever made. But let's start from the top, the very top, the well-known ones. Like, these are the films that you already know, even if you don't watch bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like The Room. That would be on there.
Birdemic.
Yeah, Birdemic. Plan 9.
Yep.
Because that
Plan
had
9
such
for
like
outer
the
space.
huge reputation.
Yep.
Sharknado. Because Sharknado was like huge when it came out. Because all the celebrities were tweeting about it because they were watching it. So Sharknado got that notoriety. So that probably goes at the top too.
Yeah, I would say those are the top ones.
Yeah, The Room, Birdemic, the Sharknado, Plan 9. So, okay, so tier 2, this is like, okay, now you're just, one more thing on the top tier is just box office bombs. Because you're probably going to be watching those and go, wow, that was awful.
Mm-hmm.
So you could probably slot that on there too.
Yeah, you could.
So we'll descend into the next tier, which is now you're starting to watch bad movies. Like, you're just dipping your toes in the pool, testing the waters here.
You're trying to express your tastes more and actually go out and trying to find other ones.
I would say Asylum films, because those are like the big studio that have so many of them. You're probably
Yeah. I
Neil
was gonna say
Breen, I
also
bet.
full moon features.
I wouldn't say Full Moon yet. I feel like Full Moon's like the next tier.
Oh, next tier.
I
Okay,
feel like
Neil Breen, yeah.
Neil Breen, because Neil Breen's kind of one of the bigger names you hear when people talk about like great bad
Yep.
movies. So yeah, that's the Asylum. You got Neil Breen. Who else would you say would show up?
Yeah. Would you say David Ducato?
No, David Duchovny is like also like the next tier down.
The next tier? Okay. Let's see. Neil. What's I'm trying to think of like the memes that are just kind of like Neil Breen.
Morbius.
Morbius, okay.
Like you got like Morbius, and you got your like Space Jams, like well, I guess mainly Morbius or
Mostly
Illumination,
Morbius.
like Illumination too. I
Oh,
put
there
on
we
there.
go.
Cause like I think Illumination just barely makes it a tier two because in tier one you think it's good and then Illumination you go, oh wait a minute, it's actually not that good now that I pay more attention to it.
Yeah.
So you got Illumination, you got Asylum, Neil
Disney
Breen's
direct to
Morbius.
DVD movies.
Yeah, the direct to DVDs, that's a good one. So that's like 5. Let's move down to our next tier. This is where like okay, now you're waist deep and you're learning more about it. Which is
David
that's where
Ducato, Full
yeah, I'll put
Moon.
your David Ducatos. That's where I put like your Full Moon stuff. This is
Hmm.
also I'd probably say I say this is probably when you start getting like a little more like deeper in, so that you're probably knowing more. So you get more of your like rip off film. Like I probably should note also on the tier above it, shark movies. Just like
Yes.
in general.
Just shark or like killer animal movies, basically.
Yeah, those are on tier 2.
Yeah,
Tier
that would
3 is
definitely
your
be tier
Full
two.
Moon, your David Dakotas. This is where you kind of get like your more oddly specific stuff.
Uva Bowl.
Yeah, Uwe Boll is probably on this tier
Yeah,
2.
you get more of the you
You,
get
you
more into
start
like director
recognizing more.
filmographies.
You get more into like like specific directors at this point. This isn't just a let me watch this, let me watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is where like okay, now you're getting to more like specific stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I also put down old 50s, 60s movies because the tier above you're gonna stick more modern stuff, and now you're like lower. Now you're getting to like the rando monster crap that no one watched in like the 60s, 70s kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably also slap on just like maybe like Tubi, put Tubi on this tier too.
Yes, Tubi has a lot of that.
Just endless trash.
It's so good because I found movies on there I would have never heard of.
Yeah, I need to
I
get
mean,
back into watching that kind of stuff.
I guess could you also just like say some of the movies that like I hate everything talked about in a search for the worst or
Or like Red Letter
like Red
Media.
Letter Media, the best of the worst, those kind of things. I would count that in there.
Okay, now we're moving down to like tier 4. This is like this absolute shit. Just literally anything else.
Yeah, tier four is like the list of like when you're just so deep into the rabbit hole that you are just finding like the most
Tier 4 is literally just Amazon Prime schlock crap.
yeah
It's like schlock and like just borderline porn at that point.
365 days, I guess you could say.
Oh god, that's just the awful. Like this is where I maybe you could argue this is where like the foreign films are. This is where you're no longer at the point of just watching bad American movies. You're watching like
You are like finding the foreign movies that are actually like
just garbage or boring.
terrible.
So yeah, you got like tier 4 is just the crappy foreign films, your borderline porn movies,
Yep.
and your like recent Prime movies.
Maybe even movies that might be like snuff films too.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of one. I mean, this is obviously like a disturbing movie too, but a Serbian film would definitely be down there, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I know like movies trying to be like a message on like I think it's supposed to be like political correctness in Serbia, but like did you really have to do those choices for the movie?
Yes.
Like did I have to see like I don't want to get too much into it, but like this and that and like there is like I found it on like one of those other sites and it's like it's so fucked up. It's like what I feel like I just watched like another torture porn, but like actual bloody snuff
Yeah.
almost.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
I think we
Speaking
could.
of gross, the human centipede.
Oh yeah, Human Centipede goes down there. We also need to put the Walk Hollywood films in like tier 3.
What Hollywood?
Yep. Who killed Captain Alex?
The most super action movies ever made.
Super
DJ
action
and
movie.
me.
Remember to buy your Blu-ray of that, of Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess with that, that's done. We have our iceberg done. So now we get to move on to our recommendations, where we recommend the movies. And next
Yeah.
episode is going to be really special because that's our 1 year anniversary of Nefarious Reels, kind of.
Kind
I mean,
of.
technically, if it comes out on Wednesday, it'll technically come out the day before it's listed that we were seen it last year. But we probably recorded the episode before we released it, so it's like
Yeah.
middle of the road kind of thing. So it will say it'll be a year anyway, 1 year anniversary. We did it.
Basically.
We have done it, Cole.
Whoop whoop.
And what's your recommendation?
Okay. So you remember a few episodes back when we had Luca on and she gave us a few recommendations for movies?
Yes.
I decided to look a little more into them, and I was like looking at their, like the number of members that like viewed some of the movies and their reviews.
Okay.
And I decided to go with the one that she recommended that has only 215 ratings on here. 2012's Mad Buddies.
Mad Buddies.
You already have it watch listed, so
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up. Hopefully I can find a way to watch it because the letterbox doesn't list anything.
I found it on YouTube, so
Oh, okay,
there's a full movie on YouTube.
that's good. All right. Well, time for my recommendation.
Okay.
And I actually wanted to watch this film for a while. I had one specific reason why I wanted to watch it, which I'll bring
Okay.
up later, or why I want to recommend it, which is later. And that time has come now, and I'm very hyped for this one. And we're going to do 2010's Chihuahua the movie.
Chihuahua?
Chihuahua the movie. Over 1 million DVDs sold in the USA. But the reason why I wanted to recommend this movie specifically is because of a certain guest we're actually going to have come on next week. Jules from Far Off Films. That's right, we're going to complete the trilogy here.
We got the whole
Yeah.
gang.
Mainly because he recommended a dog movie on their podcast. So I thought let's get him on to discuss a dog movie as well. And since next episode will be a special 1 year anniversary, we decided to do something really special, and it's going to be a trilogy this week, folks. Because we decided we're going to let Jules also recommend a movie for this special occasion. And basically the film he wanted us to discuss as well, on top of all the other ones, is 2009's Babysitters Beware.
Yes. Yep, that was the one I was gonna go with Jules, I would say.
Yep. So
Fuck
everyone
yeah,
wins.
baby.
Everybody wins, baby. I'm guessing these are all hopefully family-friendly films because that'd be perfect fitting with the theme. But if you don't want to get spoiled for Mad Buddies, Chihuahua the movie, or Babysitters Beware, how about watching those movies in advance? And hey, remember to ask those questions and to like and subscribe and stuff, because that would be pretty cool if you did.
It would be dank.
Very dank and very epic. But with that, you all have a good day and happy Morbius.
Happy Morbius.
Happy Kangaroo Jack. Happy Last Shark.
The Last Shark.
Uh,
Happy
Hashtag
Christopher Walken
release
in
the fart
prison.
cut, Richard. We haven't forgotten yet.
We have not forgotten, you goddamn son of a
You son
bitch.
of a. It's gonna be a fucking year, Richard. Where's the fart cut? But you all have a good day, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye.